Hi, and welcome here to Heal Within with me, Dr. Evette Rose, trauma therapist and also creator of Metaphysical Anatomy Technique. And this podcast is your safe space to explore emotional healing, nervous system repair, and also deep inner transformation. So, if you are ready to go deeper and you would like to be supported also on your journey, you can always book a one-on-one session with me or with any of my certified metapsychology coaching practitioners. You can also join our upcoming live events and workshops and retreats at metaphysicalanatomy.com. Now, let's begin your journey back to wholeness, one breath at a time, one step at a time. Let's dive into manifesting with a regulated nervous system. First of all, let's just even define manifesting. There's so many values and beliefs and thought processes behind manifesting. When we manifest, this is when we create something that we want and something that we believe that we are worthy of. It's a lot harder to manifest with a dysregulated nervous system because you know what? It's going to give you a dysregulated outcome. Even manifesting all in itself can actually end up triggering you. Why? Because sometimes the very thing that we want, we have somewhere deep down unresolved, perhaps stress, strain, and even trauma connected to it. It's one thing to maybe want money, but then maybe all that you saw during your childhood were your parents struggling and constantly saying that they're failing, we're not going to make it, we have to work hard. A lot of this can become learned behavior. Struggle can become learned behavior. So when we would like then suddenly to manifest and create more money, we're taking all the right actions, you might find yourself having to work extremely hard just to get there. And even though in our conscious mind, we believe and we feel, but this should be easy. Let's go. Let's find the outcome. Why can't it ever be my turn? Why does it have to be so hard? You see, manifesting can trigger everything from your beliefs, your values, and what you feel you are worthy of in this life. I acknowledge that from the prefrontal cortex, it's easy to say, I want love, I want money. This is where we live in our state and desire. This is where we live in the here and now. But sometimes now what happens is when we project, when we think of that desire, when we want something, the subconscious mind is going to get involved, whether we like it or not. And it's going to compare prior knowledge, prior archived memories with the very thing that you would like to create or have. Now, if there's unresolved trauma or stress associated with that, it's going to bring up these biochemical responses. And often it is the repeat of these past experiences that is influencing and almost like tainting this positive thought that we have towards our goals. And most cases, this can be so strong that it almost freezes you. It locks you in to a state of fear or self-sabotage, or suddenly feeling this wave of, oh, I'm unworthy of having this. Am I allowed to have this? Am I allowed to shine? Am I allowed to have this money in a way that is graceful and easy? You see, most people fail to realize that it's really, truly important to do healing work before actually trying to manifest. Now, yes, sometimes there's people who manifest, they want something, and then it happens fast. They get it. There's, of course, the possibility that maybe they were just so in alignment with what they wanted. They didn't have a lot of self-sabotaging, beliefs or wounds sabotaging that. Or we just see that they achieved something, but we don't see how they might sabotage it down the line. So that begs another question. So the challenge here is we live practically only 5% in our conscious thought. That is when we are in an active state of desire, when we think of doing something, when we move somewhere, when we plan something. The other 95%, we're actually in the subconscious mind. And that is where trauma is held. Have you ever had, let me just put this into perspective. Have you ever had these moments where you walk home and when you get home, you realize as you close the door, there's pockets of memory missing on your way back to the house. You cannot recount every step, like where you were, how many streets maybe you crossed. There's just these pockets of moments. Where were you? Well, you were walking, but your subconscious mind took over. Have you ever driven in the car, you got home, and then suddenly you stop, and as you take your safety belt off, you sit there and you think, how did I get here? Meaning there's maybe a few seconds where you turn into the driveway where you were so deep in thought that you were not consciously driving. Your subconscious mind, where all our memories and behavioral responses are also located. We've all had these moments. We've all had moments where we had these pockets of data that feels like it's just absent. That's when we were in the subconscious mind. And that just shows you the power, because when we are in a conscious active state of desire and there's something that we want love, that desire for love and holding the positive thoughts of that, we can only retain that to a certain extent. And then life goes on. We need to go do other things. So it's harder to stay constantly in that alignment. So what takes over? The subconscious mind aligns with the positive outcome that you would like to have. But if that positive outcome that you would like to have is only now packed with negative memories, you're bringing these negative memories and attaching it to this positive outcome that you would like to have. And that is often what we become a vibrational match to. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's not that you don't know how to manifest. You know, it's just that the prior memories that we have in relationship to what we want is not fully healthy or healed. And that's why we can end up attracting maybe what we want, but it comes maybe as a partner that is emotionally unavailable. If what you wanted was a loving partner, maybe that person's unavailable. You wanted to have someone, okay, great, there you have it. But this person's unavailable because that's the prior referencing that you have stored in your subconscious mind for how your need for love was met. So that's why it's really important that we learn and understand what could be these potential wounds behind that. Because even with myself, I mean, I wrote this in a book. I don't have that book here with me right now, but it's called The Abundant Mindset, where I was manifesting money. I wanted to have success. I wanted to have all these other things. And then what happened? I ended up having a stress-induced heart attack because my association with money, success, it was very clear to me what I wanted it to look like and feel like. But what I didn't realize is that my father's deep, deep, deep unhealthy attitude towards success was deeply affecting me. I had to work hard. It's not going to be easy. You must suffer for your success and so forth. And I actually found myself going through that. And the only way that I could maintain the success was to continue for it to be, full of struggle, it's really, really hard. And I bet I ended up burning out. And yes, my unresolved anger and frustration towards my father played a really big role because I was trying to prove him wrong. So my whole definition of success was very unhealthy, even though in my conscious thought, I was clear. I want success to be easy. I want it to be fun. I want it to be graceful, and it should feel light. Ooh, was I wrong? It was the opposite. Did I get to my end goal? Yeah, I manifested my success, but with the subconscious imprint perfectly attached to it. And it took me a lot of conscious, deep, hard work to decode and unpack that and then put it back together in a more healed way. And that made a huge difference in how I succeeded moving forward in my life. Very good. So I would love for today's podcast. So we already talked a lot about manifesting, and I know that there's a lot that you know about it, but let's get to the good stuff. And I actually want the focus more for today's episode to be on the actual healing side of it. So now we're going to gently ease into our meditation. So if you're driving, if you are walking, maybe pause, come back to me a little bit later when you can lie down or sit down comfortably. And when you are ready, let's take a nice deep breath. Very good. And if you feel comfortable, you can also close your eyes. And just notice now, as you are breathing, notice how your breath is moving with you, how it's moving your body. Feeling the surface beneath your body. And notice now, wherever it is that you're finding yourself in a nice, open, comfortable space. Just there in your imagination. A nice, quiet, comfortable space. And even if you want to, you can say to yourself, in this moment, I am safe. And now, when you are ready, you can bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach and breathe deeply. Allowing your belly to rise on the inhale. Soften on the exhale. And notice as you're breathing, imagine your body gently shifting from that fight and flight to a really nice, calm, restful state. And what we can now also do to support that calmness and that restful state to really, truly, fully starting to come forward is to imagine yourself standing under a waterfall. That waterfall is calm. It is strong, but strong almost like in a gentle way, strong in its capacity to heal. Feeling how that water is rinsing from your head down, out your face. Fully supporting you. Helping you to release stress. Just feeling all that tension perhaps in your mind from negative thoughts calming down. Resting your shoulders, resting your back. And notice and feel how that waterfall is just soothing your vagus nerve, almost like this, like a gentle river that's flowing smoothly through your body. Sending like those signals of peace and safety to every organ. And notice now that healing waterfall, that light, is becoming concentrated in your heart. And how that healing light in your heart is expanding and expanding throughout your chest, your arms, and also your legs. Until your whole body glows with calmness. This is the energy of regulation. Steady, grounded, and clear. And I invite you now to bring to mind something that you wish to manifest. Something that aligns with your highest good. See it clearly in your mind's eye. The details, people, colors. What does your environment look like and feel like? What do you look like and feel like? Now, instead of chasing it, imagine it gently flowing towards you. As if your calm, regulated energy is almost like a magnet for it. Feel the emotion of already having it. That joy, feeling thankful, feeling that ease as well that comes with having it. I invite you now to anchor that emotion in your body. Breathe it into your heart, your stomach, your whole nervous system. And you can even affirm quietly to yourself, my calm energy creates space for my desires to arrive with ease and grace. And while you're standing in that place of empowerment with that healing waterfall flowing over you, let's also affirm a few positive affirmations to continue to reinforce this. And all that you have to do is listen to my voice, or you can repeat them after me. I manifest best when my body feels safe and calm. Peaceful energy draws my desires toward me with ease. My nervous system is steady and my dreams flow naturally to me. I am a magnet for abundance, joy, and love. Safety in my body creates space for miracles to arrive. I release urgency and trust divine timing. When I am grounded, opportunities find me effortlessly. Calmness is my greatest manifestation power. I create from love and no longer fear. Every breath I take aligns me with my highest potential. I embody serenity, and serenity attracts what I desire. I trust my body, my path, and the process of life. Regulation brings clarity, and clarity brings manifestation. I allow abundance to flow to me without resistance. The more I soften, the more I receive. My calm presence is a magnetic force to everything and aligning what I want with me. I can manifest with ease and with grace and flow. I feel safe receiving all that I desire. I am aligned, regulated, and open to infinite possibilities. Just finding yourself taking a nice deep breath. Just feeling that surface beneath your body. Noticing your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. And when you slowly start to open up your eyes, bringing that calmness, that serenity, that calm magnetism into your day and night with you. And welcome back. Welcome back and well done. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And remember that you're not alone, that you are healing one step at a time, one breath at a time. And our affirmation for today, my calm presence is magnetic to everything aligned with me. So if this episode touched you, then please share it with someone on their healing journey. And as always, breathe deep, listen within, and stay gently curious. Thank you for being here, for your love, your time, and your energy. I love you all. And until next time, be the light that you are.